millions of kids headed back to school today, just as Omicron rates are spiking all over the country. Some Atlanta school districts are delaying in-person classes and are starting 2022 learning from home. In Washington, D.C., all public school students and staff must show proof of a negative COVID test before they can return to class. But in the nation's largest school district, New York City, the new mayor, Eric Adams, said all schools are open, but parents should not be concerned.
The safest place for our children is in a school building. And we are going to keep our schools open and ensure that our children are safe in a safe environment.
And I know a lot of you, I'm reading your comments, and a lot of parents are having this very same conversation in their home. I love the idea of a negative COVID test. What's wrong with that? Just giving everybody a little bit more of a peace of mind and making sure that everybody's healthy, especially that a lot of people that have Omicron, at least with kids, some of them are asymptomatic. Why can't we do that?
Because it's nuanced and it's hard for somebody to not give you a hard answer like schools are okay, everything's fine, don't worry about it. That's reassuring to people. When you start talking about a virus like this and you say, Jeff, we're the CDC and we don't know. We think, and maybe you should try this, or this is the best way to be safe. But when you start getting into we think and we know, people don't like that, even though it's probably the most honest response. And when you start saying the schools will be open, but what if 6 teachers get it? Are the schools still open? So what is he talking about?
I just thought you guys all had to get vaccinations for your kids anyways.
No.
No, you don't have to get any.
Schools?
First of all, so Sophie is 4. She's
Right.
not even able to get a vaccination. Miles is 2. So, and some kids, a lot of people in their households are even deciding whether or not they want to give their 5 to 12-year-olds
Right.
vaccination. So it's different with every school district, but some kids aren't even eligible.
So it's so confusing.
My 7-year-old got it, and he got Omicron 4 weeks later.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're talking this
I think the negative
something to think
COVID
about.
test would give me a peace of mind. Would it give you a peace of mind?
Except we didn't order the negative test. We didn't order the testing back when we should have.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we talked about it on the show.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
don't
if you just test everybody when they come in your house, that would kind of like, oh, you have it. Now I didn't know I had it. That would stop the spread a little bit. We didn't think ahead like that. Not saying I know better than the CDC, but we have these conversations where there is no agreeable point. I could say, well, I don't know if 5-year-olds really get it, and then you could counter me with saying, well, everybody's going to get it. And I could say, well, listen, I don't think it's really affecting anybody, especially kids who have the vaccine. I mean, it's such a dead-end conversation, and all people do is argue about it. And I wrote down my goals for 2022, and I'm not going to get myself worked up for something I can't control. So if you don't like my opinion about that, then, I don't know, go watch reruns of the Golden Girls. They're the best.
After we're off the air, then.
I'm done with this conversation.
I know, but like at the same time, I gotta keep Miles and Sophie safe. And so I get nervous sending her back to school when her school policy is not to have a negative COVID test. I wish that was
But what's
a policy.
more effective, though? We tried that back, a year ago, and does it affect kids? We don't know about their socialization.
Right, I definitely am all
So
for
that's what I'm for. I'm more for my kids socializing. And what is the percentage of young children dying? I don't think, how many cases
But there are
there?
pediatric cases that have spiked in hospitals right now, and we don't know the long-term effects. We don't know if all of a sudden your child may have had a mild case, and then all of a sudden 2 years later they have asthma. We don't know. So I agree with you that children should be in school and socialization is important, but why can't we have just excess amounts of testing?
Yeah.
Ask the government why they didn't order any.
Europe has it. Why don't we? It's a good question.
It's frustrating.
Yep.